Hello and welcome. My name is Michelle. I am your emotional resilience coach, and it is fantastic to have you join me here today. The day that I'm recording this, it is Monday, the 12th of July, and I live in South Africa. And currently, Pietermaritzburg, which is the capital city of KwaZulu-Natal, is burning. The army is on their way in. We can hear the helicopters. We have had riots. We have had looting. We have had shops being burnt. We have had people climbing over other people's walls and no longer looting shops but are trying to loot houses. There are shootouts going along. You cannot drive in the streets without your car being stoned at or shot at. Highways are closed, tires are on both sides, northbound and southbound, and they are being burnt. There is chaos and anarchy out there. So what do we do when we cannot control the uncontrollable? We come in and we look at what we can do. We make sure we're safe. We make sure our loved ones are safe. We make sure we know where everybody is and that they are all accounted for. We check in with people. Today my phone has been buzzing back and forth the entire day, not just with news, but with lots of love and hope and encouragement and people making sure that families and friends are okay. We are living in a state of hypervigilance. There is a lot of fear. There is a tension in the air. People are scared. Out there where it is happening the most, there is a lot of chaos, a lot of fear, a lot of retaliation. Shooting is happening in and around the streets. It is absolutely crazy. Which got me thinking about something I was reading lately about being prosperous. And you're probably thinking, how does this tie in? But hang in there with me. Prosperity is such an interesting word. It's a word that we give out at Christmas time. We normally write on Christmas cards, be prosperous, Happy New Year, and Happy Christmas and a prosperous New Year, and all of these things. And what does prosperous actually mean? Well, if you take the Latin root word and you break it down, pro means to go forward. Spear means with hope. So prosperity means to go forward with hope. And this is definitely a time in our lives. We are also in a lockdown because of the pandemic. We have chaos in the streets. A lot of people are suffering with the virus. A lot of people have a lot of going on in their lives right now. They've got a lot on their plates. But at the same time, we can be prosperous. We can go forward with hope. Let us focus on what is good about this time. And at first glance, we might think nothing. But if nothing else I have learned is how life and circumstances are always redeemable. The good is able to come out. So maybe we need to be a little bit patient as we look for and wait for the good to come out. The good comes out of these things to balance the darkness that is clouding a lot of lives right now. So to look forward with hope, to go forward with hope, we need to trust. We need to prioritize. There are so many things that have been put on the back burner right now. Meetings, conversations, celebrations, work. Our city is shut down. There is literally nothing open. Every petrol station, every shop, every business, every factory is in shutdown. So in our country, everybody understands that we are in shutdown. People outside of our country maybe don't have the same viewpoint as we do because they're not living here, but we are in complete and total shutdown. So what do we do when we go into complete and total shutdown? We just look after ourselves and our circle of influence. There's not much we can do to save and protect and look after everybody else, but we can make sure that we are okay by making sure that we do things like our exercise, our meditation, time with family, checking in with loved ones, reassuring each other, being together. taking deep breaths and coming back to what is mine, what can I do, and what is somebody else's. In our neighborhood, we've got a lot of people who are bartering at the moment. We can't leave, we are barricaded. So people are saying, well, I've got an extra loaf of bread if somebody has a milk. You know, a little bit of a bartering system is happening here. We get innovative, we pull together, we look after ourselves, and we look after each other. That is what it means to be prosperous, to go forward with faith and hope, and know that the future going forward we can create to be better than where we have come from. It doesn't have to be all doom and gloom. We tend to catastrophize when things like this happen, and we think second coming, end of the world, everything is going to be terrible. It's going to take us literally the rest of our lives to build up again. You know, I've heard so much of the negative side of what is happening, of the fear, of the chaos, of people being angry, people being scared. I've heard and dealt with so much of it in my life today, and I know people don't always want to hear it. Sometimes it's good to just sit back and allow us to feel our feelings, because they are valid and we need to. There is no bypassing of our feelings, and to process these feelings, but to also look for the good. There are a lot of people out there who love us, who've checked in with us, who've seen that we were okay, and we've checked in with them. There's a lot of people out there who are saying, I need a chemist, but all the chemists are closed, and people are sending in messages saying, well, these are home remedies you can use, or somebody's coming around the corner, they're on their way, or whatever the case may be. We can rally around each other as a community, support each other, hold each other, and bring each other up. Yes, it's dark out there. Yes, it's chaos out there. But at the same time, there's also a lot of love out there, a lot of goodness out there. And what we focus on expands in our lives. And this is a really good time for us who are going through this thing in our lives to be able to come back, ground ourselves, look at the now, look at what needs to be done just for the next couple of hours. If that seems too overwhelming, what needs to be done for the next couple of minutes? Bring our focus in, bring our lenses in while we get through the crisis of the now. When we're through the crisis, we can better process logically, mentally, emotionally, psychologically what's going on with ourselves and with those that are around us, and then we can slowly build. But all the time, we can stop and check in with ourselves and say, what is good about this? Where is the good? What is awesome about this situation? And that allows our brains to actually look for it. When I spoke to my husband this morning, he said for him, he said he got to be at home with his family. We are safe. He didn't leave the house. He was able to be here. He didn't get stuck in any riots out there. We got the news before any of that was able to happen. We were able to be together as a family. And now what we do is we just take it day by day, bit by bit. We don't have to solve for the world problems. Right now we bring our focus in and we just solve what is happening in the here and now. And we be prosperous. We look forward positively with faith and with hope, knowing that God has got this, God has got us, and at the end of the day, everything works out the way that it should. If you have any thoughts or ideas, if you are wanting any topics to be addressed, please do let me know in the comments below, and have a prosperous day. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and the notifications button. And as always, I love to hear from you.